Hello everyone, Mihaela here at Yago Yoga. Welcome to today's core stability class. And it's going to be a mixed stability class focusing on getting the lines of force of the legs and the arms into the core, place of our personal power. So we'll be nice and strong and empowered and grounded. Every week we bring you new classes, new tips and tricks and new elements to add to your practice. So don't forget to subscribe and stay up to date. All you need for today is your mat, towel, a strap. If you don't have a strap, that's okay. Any belt will do, any long sock, anything. I've got blocks, but you might have cushions. We don't need them for stability, we only need them for openness. So if you don't have 2 yoga blocks, I'm sure you have 2 cushions. They can be any size. And then a bottle of water. Having said that, let's get started. Let's get centered first. Feet hip-width apart. Taking the toes off the mat. Gently swaying from left to right. Playing with the toes on and off the mat to make sure we're feeling the ground underneath them. And you can close your eyes for this one. Taking the toes off the mat with intention, really feeling the sole of the foot get nice and tight, and then pressing the toes down, pressing the big toe, the baby toe, the heel. Unlocking the knees, a nice gentle bend. We unconsciously keep them locked. Slightly tucking in the pelvis, rolling the shoulders up, back and down, opening the palms, some nice straight elbows, eyes towards me to keep the shoulders open across the collarbones, and then a nice slight dip in the chin with a nice little lift from the base of the head. And with the body and the joints open, we allow the slight tone and release of a nice gentle sway, a natural sway. And remember, you don't need to rush it and force it in any way. Just allow the body to move fluidly around its joints. Notice how when you're swaying towards one side, the other side releases. There's an active release in it, not a passive collapse. Just as there's an active tone, not a forced tone. Notice the tone in your feet, your ankles lifting, your calves engaged, knees rotating outwards, thighs rotating outwards, glutes engaged slightly, especially the top part, to keep the tailbone slightly tucked. Shoulders resting on the rib cage, elbows open, fingers spread, mimicking the same tone as the feet. Imagine there's a line lifting you up from the base of your pelvis, up along the spine to the crown of the head, and that line is slowly moving in a circle. And it's moving in that circle around your center of gravity. Find your center of gravity where the body comes together as one. And notice this gentle movement. What state of mind does it bring you to? What qualities in your breath do you notice? You might have noticed you've already slowed down your breath. You might have noticed you've already started breathing in a bit more deeply. You might have noticed there is particular calm about it. Or, on the contrary, you might have noticed that you feel a little bit uncomfortable with a slow, gentle movement. You might have noticed it's a little bit, makes you a little bit antsy, a little bit restless. Sometimes our practice puts a mirror to our state of mind, puts a mirror to our energetic state, our breath, and we realize how we are at that particular moment by how we react, how we feel when we have to slow down. Beautiful. Feeling that connection of the feet and the ground, gently press back towards your knees and lift from the kneecaps and thighs, noticing how that makes your legs a little bit more rigid, but it engages the muscles of the thighs. And keep the sway going. You might notice the sway is a little bit more controlled, it's a little bit more narrow, but there is a lot more force to it. So we're not passively leaning back, just pushing back into the knees and tucking the tailbone out. We are pressing with the knees back and then lifting through the kneecaps and thighs while the tailbone stays down. And you'll notice the body weight gets a little bit more evenly distributed on the four corners of the feet. Notice how that pressing down activated your thighs. Your thighs are rotating outwards, and a slight tuck of the pelvis makes you feel the lower abdominals. If you touch the lower abdominals underneath your belly button, between your pubic bone and your belly button, you'll notice an area of tone. There's a tone there. Not super contracted inwards, not tight, just toned, alert. That's the line of force of your legs coming together into the lower abdominals, the lower parts of your core, your pelvic floor. Beautiful. Inhale there. I want you to keep that engagement, that rotation of the thighs out and their connection to the pelvic floor and that awareness of that area there while we do a round of sun salutes, bringing the hands up, resting the shoulders down on the shoulder blades on the inhale, and then on the exhale, folding forward. Bringing the palms down, keeping the knees generously bent, taking the left foot back, planting the toes, active arch, active heel, connecting to our core, our pelvic floor, tailbone is tucked, breathing in, lifting the arms with intention, keeping the elbows nice and straight, breastbone in, just feeling the upper back and the upper abdominals kick in. Exhale, bring the palms down, step the left foot back and come down into plank. Beautiful. Press through the palms, starfish palms, middle fingers perpendicular to the front of the mat. Rotate the eyes of the elbows towards the front of the mat, knees down. Slide the body weight towards the front of the mat. Keep the elbows nicely active and then take the chin and the chest down, one up in the air. Rotate the shoulders back. Inhale, look forward. Radiate your heart forward. Press through the pubic bone and the front of the feet down, shoulders rotated. Exhale, forehead down. Press up into table, curl your toes and lift into down dog. Now knees can stay a little bit bent. Walk the dog. And with each walk of the dog, I want you to pay attention to the skin at the front of your ankles. Is it nice and taut, or is it getting crinkly? Are you collapsing in the heels, which is what I'm doing now, like this, trying to press the heels down rather than keeping them up and pressing them back. So the direction is up and then back. Inhale there. Exhale, lift the right leg up. Bring it to the front. Inhale, bring the palms up. And again, nice straight elbows, fingers spread. Beautiful. Exhale, bring the palms down to the mat. Bring the left foot to meet the front. Inhale, mountain pose. Inhale in mountain pose. Bring the shoulders down. Breastbone in. Exhale, fold. Step the left foot back. Engage the baby toe. Engage the big toe. And with control, slowly bring the arms up. Inhale there. Exhale, bring the palms down. Step the right foot back. And we are in plank. Press back through the heels. Back and up. Beautiful. Tailbone in. Shoulders nice and open. Knees down on the mat. Exhale, chin, chest down. Beautiful. Inhale. Dip the chin slightly, open the heart. Imagine you're scrubbing your belly button back and your heart forward. Forehead down. Press up into table and curling the toes into down dog. Inhale, bring the left foot up. Exhale, left foot to the front. Inhale, bring the hands up, nice straight arms, and again the back leg and the front leg are sharing the load 50-50. Inhale there. Exhale, bring the palms down, step the right foot forward, and inhale, bring the arms up. Beautiful. Take the strap. And you can come to the middle of your mat or stay at the top. And make sure you have a little bit like a meter or so between your arms. It depends on how long your arms are. But I want your arms and your feet with the toes slightly outwards, knees outwards, tailbone in, shoulders down, breastbone down, elbows straight, to be like a human starfish. Beautiful. Inhale there. Exhale, come onto the tops of the toes, press up, and notice the front chain of your legs gets super toned. Exhale, come down, bring the hands down as well. Inhale, slowly come up. Notice the engagement in your arms and how it makes your upper back feel. Lower down. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, come down with control. And inhale again. Move to the rhythm of your breath. And exhale, come down. Beautiful. Inhale one more time, coming up. And this time we're staying up. Beautiful. Notice how the strong arms meet in the upper back. The upper back meets on the rib cage. And it activates your upper abdominals. And we're bringing the heels down, whether we want to or not. Inhale there. Exhale, take the hips slightly to the right. And looking up towards the right, bent towards the left. And again, this is like a human pendulum, a micro move. 1 centimeter, I want you to lift with your right arm and to resist with your left. And when you're resisting the lift of the right arm, notice how you're keeping your obliques nicely engaged at the sides of your trunk. Inhale there. Exhale, back to center. Inhale at the center. Exhale, hips to the left, looking to the left, and we're slightly bending towards the right. And again, the left arm is using all of its strength, all of its power to lift the right one, but the right one doesn't want to. So imagine that oscillating toe. Right lifts the left, but the left brings itself down again. And in that oscillation, you find your sides of the trunk working very nicely with the upper back, with the outside of the arms, and your fingers. Your fingers are working very hard now. You're getting a nice strong grip, which is a very useful skill to have. In life, we always need a strong grip. Carrying stuff, handling stuff, it's always good. Inhale there, exhale back to the center. This time we're going to bring the toes straight, feet in slightly. I'm going to turn to the side. Inhale there, tailbone is in, exhale, fold. Only as far as the exhale. Inhale there. Exhale, fold a little bit more. Bend the knees a little bit if you feel your hamstrings are a little bit tight. Inhale there, exhale a little bit more. So I want you to be in like a halfway lift, and then again I want you to pulsate, to lift your torso from your pelvic floor and the center of your trunk. It feels like you're literally lifting your torso from your feet, though the move is hinging from the hips. But because the feet are active, the legs are active, the arms are active, it feels like the whole body is participating in the move. And it's all in the control of the move rather than the size. Beautiful. Don't collapse in the elbows or the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale there. Exhale, keeping the strap nice and strong. Bring the feet in a little bit more. And we're gonna sit in that chair. Gorgeous. Now, chair is a tricky one because we can stick the bum out like that. And if we stick the bum out like that, you can hold the strap. But I'll demonstrate. You'll see the belly disengage. Floppy belly. If we bring the tailbone in slightly, super do. If we bring the tailbone in too much, compression of the lower back on the inside of the spine. So this is too much, this is too much. You find your spot where the tailbone goes down. You feel the engagement in that muscular band in between your legs, your pelvic floor, lifting up. Beautiful. I hope you guys are still holding the strap. And now we're going to start a micro bounce. Now the micro bounce is from the muscles of the thighs, not mechanical from the knees. So this is mechanical. You'll see that your thighs are not really feeling anything. But if you keep the knees behind the toes and you start bouncing in your thighs, you're going to soon feel a little bit of a burn right at the top of the thigh. And you know who comes out there? It's our psoas muscle, a deep core muscle. It's the muscle that gets us to walk. And again, a super life skill to have that muscle nice and strong. Beautiful. Inhale there. Exhale, lower the strap down. Feel how you're, again, controlling the movement from your upper abdominals with the full collaboration of the arms, the upper back, the chest, It's a simple move. It's an easy move. It's very intense. You're activating a lot of muscles. Beautiful. Inhale there. Exhale. Take the strap back. Now the trick here is keep the upper abdominals nicely engaged. There's a temptation to prop the chest, just like we're going to stick with the bone. So tailbone is in, breastbone is in. Imagine you have a button here and you press it in. Beautiful. Breathe in there. Exhale. Slide onto the tippy toes. And hold it there for 3 breaths. Breathe slow and long. On the next exhale, bring the heels down. Beautiful. Leave the strap on the ground, wherever you want. Bring the palms behind. And again, sit in the chair with a nice open heart. Opening across the collarbones. Lengthening from the back of the head. And again, we keep the bounce. 3 breaths here. Inhale there. Exhale, let the hands go and bring a nice cactus arms. Elbows 90 degrees, nice and high. Beautiful. And slightly look up, lift your heart up, lengthening the rib cage upwards. Breathe there. Again, a nice micro bounce. And if you want to sit a little bit lower, go lower, and then go lower, and then go lower, and then go lower. And one more time. Beautiful. And then let's go up, just 1 step, and again, and again, and again, 1 centimeter up. And this time we're going for full mountain. Beautiful. At the left edge of your mat, with the hands in, breathe in, and exhale, step the right foot out. Rotate onto the right heel to open up the right hip, and then give yourself a nice gentle shimmy, and notice your heel to heel alignment or heel to middle of the arch. Bring the back toes slightly in, rotate the thighs to keep the hips open, press through the feet and lift through the kneecaps, through the thighs. Tailbone is in, shoulders are back, breastbone is in. All the pieces of the puzzle are in check. Arms out to the side. Breathe in, look towards your middle finger on your right hand. Exhale, bend the right knee. And as you go deeper into the right side bend, remember to root down with the back leg. So gently press the left hand back. Beautiful. Stay there, gently bouncing. And again, focus on the bounce coming from your thighs, your pelvic floor, your lower abdominals. And as the legs bounce up, imagine the palms bouncing down, resisting that beautiful, energetic current. It's like the legs are going up, palms are going down, and in the middle, our spine is rising. Beautiful. Inhale there. Exhale, bring the palms up. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold forward. And it's like a half goddess. I want you again to take your tailbone towards the back, wall of your room, wherever you are at the moment, and lengthen the spine, keeping the shoulders away from the ears. Beautiful. Front knee over the front ankle. It can be slightly behind, but avoid bringing it over too much. Inhale there. Exhale, proudly come up, smile. And bring the left hand to the left thigh. Grow through the right side. Feel your muscles elongating. Open by taking the right thumb towards the back wall. And breathe into the right side. Inhale there. Notice how your breath is. Notice how your mind is. Notice how your body is. Breathe in. And exhale, pressing through the front leg. Extend the front knee. Keep lifting through its kneecap, lifting through the thigh. And if you want to go a little bit lower with the left hand, you can do that. Growing constantly, extending with the right one. Beautiful. Remember to keep the tailbone in, breastbone in. Looking up. Heart is open, hips are open, reverse triangle. And on the next inhale, bring yourself back to center, hands on hips, roll onto the right heel, bring the right toes in. Exhale, rotate onto the left heel. And again, about 4 feet between the legs. Give yourself a nice shimmy to feel the body weight distributing on both feet. And you will feel this nice shimmy just calibrates the whole body, brings your hips level with the mat. Inhale, bring the hands up. Exhale, open out. Inhale, lift the rib cage up. Exhale, bend the left knee. Now keep the thighs rolling outwards constantly. You might have a knee that wants to go in or a knee that wants to go out. Check to see what the big toe is doing. We are focusing on nice strong glutes, the hands and the feet activating the legs. Now, as you bend forward, remember to press back. So constantly keep the body centered. Not too much forward, not too much back. Wherever you feel centered is, now it's you, it's your practice. Allow yourselves to feel your body. Feel where the center is. And again, a nice little bounce. And as you lift up through the thighs, equally, you'll see both legs are moving. So it's the front knee that's pressing up, but the back leg is also lifting. So the thigh is rotating out and goes up. It's not passive, not on holiday. And the palms are pressing down. When the palms are pressing down, you might notice you find a bit more space in the shoulders. The shoulders sit a little bit more tightly on the rib cage, and the rib cage feels a little bit stronger somehow. There's so much power in alignment. Inhale there. Exhale, bring the palms up. Inhale, lifting the rib cage up, but still keeping it in. And exhale, fold. Not a big fold, just as big as we can still hold both big toes, both baby toes firmly anchored, both legs active. Beautiful. And we are pulsating gently, keeping the poses dynamic, constantly exploring the body. Inhale there. Exhale, come back. Bring the right hand to the right thigh. And breathing into the left side, breathe into your heart, breathe into the side of the rib cage. And extend through the left hand. Fingers are spread, active, shoulder away from the ear, looking up, breathing in, very gently, again, drawing the awareness to the qualities of the body, how grounded it feels, how open it feels. Breathe in, and on the exhale, extending the left knee, lifting through the kneecap, lifting through the thigh, and again, keeping extending through the left arm. Keeping the tailbone tucked, tailbone down, breastbone in, allowing the body to feel the strength of its alignment. And exhale, back to center. Beautiful. And you guys can stay where you are, walking the feet in a little bit. I will turn sideways. Keeping the tailbone in, drawing the thumbs to the crease of the hips, so feeling where the trunk meets the legs. Keeping the thighs out, planting the big toes. Very good. Giving yourself a nice little shimmy, front and back as well. Noticing how you're distributing the weight front and back. Shoulders rotated, hips, fingers at the crease. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, crease from the hips with a nice straight spine. Breathe in. And again, flow with your breath. Fold on the exhale as far as the exhale will take you. Inhale there. Exhale, fold a little bit more. And we're not going more than this. We're not going deeper than this. Because what I want you is shift your body weight slightly forward, because you might be more onto your heels. You have to be equally heels and front of the feet. Lift through the kneecaps, lift through the thighs, active legs. You can bend the knees if you want to, but keep pressing through the feet. If you want to lock out the legs and really go into their strength, kneecaps are active, lifting through the thighs. And again, we pulse our torso from the pelvic floor, from the center part around your navel and the upper abdominals. Breathe there. On the exhale, bring the hands out. And you might notice the hands out makes it even easier. Like another troop of soldiers coming in to conquer the castle. Beautiful. And you're noticing the tone as you go up of your hamstring, and then the release. And the tone and the release. So move fluidly in your body and expand into that space. Beautiful. Inhale there. Exhale, gently bring the hands down onto your hips, bend the knees, and walk the feet together. Gorgeous. Bring the palms together in Anjali Mudra. Roll the shoulders down and give yourselves 3 breaths here, just nicely swaying. Checking in with the ground. Checking in with your power, your sense of confidence, strength, purpose. And I wanted to take this special moment because we're going into our balancing poses. So it's nice to center all that beautiful fire that we lifted up in the body. So feet hip width apart. You can bend the knees gently. tailbone is in. Take the right foot off the mat. Inhale. Exhale. Bring the hands up. Inhale there. Exhale. Open the right leg gate. Take the right foot and bring it to the inside of your left thigh. And remember, there's always that give and take. Now, I always use my hands to level the pelvis. Tailbone is in, breastbone is in. Woohoo! There's the power kicking in. And there I bring the hands up. We are in tree. Now remember, maybe your tree today is foot on calf or foot on ankle. Any tree like that is perfect. Inhale there. Exhale. Bring the knee to the center. Flex the foot. Bring it onto the left knee and slowly sit down in the chair. Beautiful. Inhale there, and you might feel a little bit of a wobble. That is perfect and natural, and it's part of how our body moves. Our body is in constant motion. Fighting that motion brings only struggle. We need to go with it. We need to be with it. Inhale there. Exhale, right leg down. And again, bringing the palms together. Forearms level, shoulders up, back and down. Taking a couple of breaths. Again, to center ourselves, to feel ourselves, to listen to our body, to our breath, to our mind. Whenever you're ready, open the eyes. And again, nice gentle bend. Nice gentle bend always gives us a great planting of the foot. It allows the weight to drop onto the mat. We take the left knee up. You see my foot is engaged, so it's like I'm still walking, still pressing it down. Inhale, bring the hands up. And exhale, we open the gate. And we bring the left foot up, press it to the inside of the right thigh. And again, I need to level my hips so that I sit into the right one. And I can keep the right knee bent, or I can press again towards the back of the knee, lift through the kneecap, lift through the thigh, and bring the hands up. Beautiful. And again, the tree might be swaying in the wind, but the roots are in the ground. And the tree is a great pose to feel two things. First of all, the grounding of the weight down, and then the lifting of the weight up. So feel the lightness, feel the expansion, feel the space you've taken over. Inhale there. Exhale. Close the gate. Bring the left ankle over the right knee and gently sit into the chair. A figure 4 chair. Again, no need to go super deep. All we are looking for is a centered awareness, presence, grounded strength. So feel your alignment in its full strength and glory. Bring the hands up a little bit. Nice straight elbows, strong arms. Tailbone in a little bit. If you have a tendency to stick the tailbone out like a duck, keep it in check. Inhale. And exhale, press down and come up to standing. Beautiful. And now we are at the top of the mat. Breathing in, bringing the hands up, exhaling, bringing the palms down about 20 to 30 centimeters away from the feet, leaving the right palm onto the right toes, anchored down. Take the left hand and place it on the left hip. Bend the right knee generously. Keep the right knee rotated outwards slightly. And lift the left leg back. Now, my hip is parallel to the ground. I want to rotate it towards you. So I hope you can see this. My hip goes towards you, my hip bone, my bum towards the backdrop. Right shoulder is open. I keep the right knee generously bent and I keep pushing through the left heel. And I bring the left hand up and I gently turn to look at you guys. Inhale there. This is one variation, quite strong, of half moon. You can press through all the big toe, baby toe heel, lift through the kneecap, lift through the thigh, and take the left leg a little bit higher in a sort of a diagonal, and it looks like you're literally flying, and it feels like you're flying. And again, the final piece of the puzzle is the neck. Inhale there. Exhale. Bring the left foot down. Stand up. Palms together. 2 breaths. Contemplating the beautiful balance, openness, and strength. Now I'm going to move to the other end of the mat. Inhaling, bringing the hands up. Exhaling, folding forward, and again, leaving the left hand in. If it has to be a diagonal, that's okay. In line with the left foot is okay. A right hand on the right hip, keeping the left knee bent and bringing the right leg back. And I'm checking my roots. My fingers are literally like the roots of a tree, piercing the ground. Rotating the right hip towards you this time, bump towards the backdrop. Checking to see if I need to keep the knee bent, just to allow the body to drop its weight and distribute it between the limbs on the ground. And then I bring the right arm up. I open my heart towards you. And then I bring my gaze towards you. And it's always tricky to change the gaze in half moon, but it's also always super fun. Everybody loves a challenge. Inhale there. Exhale. Press through your toes. Lift through the kneecap, lift through the thigh, and you can lift your leg a little bit higher. Beautiful. Opening the heart a little bit more, or going to the previous variation with the leg nice and straight and the front knee bent. Whichever makes you feel stronger today. Inhale there. Exhale, bring the right arm down, right foot down. Press through the 4 corners. Inhaling there. Exhaling, folding forward, lifting the bum, keeping the knees gently bent, giving yourself a nice ragdoll sway, because it always feels absolutely delicious. Bringing the palms down to the mat, stepping the left foot back, stepping the right foot back. Inhaling, moving into down dog. Exhale, staying in down dog. Inhaling, bringing the right leg up. And gently pulsating the right leg. Only for 3 breaths here. A nice strong down dog, 3-legged dog. Now the tailbone is in. Make sure you feel that pulsating right leg attached to the pelvic floor. That's the connection we're looking for. Exhale, bring the right foot down. Inhale, bring the left foot up. And again, you are extending through the heel, engaging the full chain of muscles of the leg and making sure you're feeling it along the leg, but also coming together into your pelvic floor. Exhale, bring the left foot down. Inhale, move forward, bringing the torso forwards, keeping onto the toes, opening the heart towards the front of the room and upwards. Keeping the toes curled. Make sure again you can keep a micro bend in the elbows. Sometimes we might be hyperextending with the elbows sticking frontally. Inhale there. Exhale, extend the front of your feet down. Keep the knees off the ground. Tailbone goes in. Imagine you're trying to bring your belly button towards the front of the mat. And exhale, knees down. Tailbone goes back. Elbows underneath the shoulders. Give them a hug just to see if they really are there. So measuring with the forearms, interlacing the fingers, pressing down and curling the toes. You might have to move the feet slightly backwards into dolphin. So shoulders are slightly behind the elbows. Head is in line with the upper arms. Beautiful. And now we can just bring a little bit of movement to the pose, swaying front and back. Noticing how the thighs and the shoulders are working together. Inhale there. Exhale, knees down, palms underneath the shoulders. Give yourself a nice round circle towards the right. Nice. I wanted to say big. I said round circle. All circles are round. And then give yourself a small circle towards the right, small circle towards the left. Beautiful. And now we're going to do a half headstand, and then from that half headstand we'll go into floating knees, which will engage our core and bring our attention to that beautiful ground of stability, that beautiful power of alignment in our bodies. So the same as the dolphin, pressing the elbows down, measuring them, interlacing the fingers, bringing the crown of the head down onto the mat. You can also measure thumb and index finger. So where the index finger lands from in between your eyebrows with the thumb, that's the flattest part of your head. So tucking the pinky in, not allowing it to stay out, in. Flat part of the head down on the ground, cradling the back of the head, pressing up onto the tippy toes, and we're walking and we're walking and we're walking, and we can stop here in half headstand, or we can take one knee off the mat and then the other one. And then the same way, we bring one foot down, then the other one. And then we walk back. And we bring the forehead down to the mat. And we allow the arms to relax by our side in child's pose. Bring the palms back forward in table pose, crossing the right leg behind the left, inhaling, lengthening the spine, exhaling, tilting backwards, letting the left knee come off the mat, letting the left glute release, the front of the feet, shoulders, chest, the arms. And if we allow the head to rest, the head and the neck as well. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, uncross the legs and bring the left foot cross behind the right, and we are again bringing our tailbone back, and you might feel like you're self-massaging your right calf. If that feels good, keep doing it. And exhale, come to the front. We're going to cross the shins however we want to, and then move back onto our sitting bones. And from our sitting bones, we're going to do our final cool down. First posture is one of my favorite, reclined pigeon. So taking the tailbone a little bit up off the mat, we bring the knees in 90-degree angle. We bring the left knee over the right. We interlace the fingers behind the right knee, and we keep pressing the right heel forward, but we try to bring the knee towards us. So there's always a little bit that push and that pull interaction between the different parts of our body. It's like the grounding and the lifting, the root and the rise. And it's that beautiful interaction that allows us to find more space in between. Now let the spine rest on the floor. I realized I was holding my neck up high. You guys don't have to talk to me, so you can let your head rest. Breathe in and exhale. This time even a more delicious pose. Bringing the hands in a T, palms down. You can let your right leg extend and bring your left foot, as is active, towards the right in a twist. And breathe into the left side of your chest. Nice, beautiful, releasing pose. And to bring a little bit of energy to it, you can gently sway again, just in the fluidity of your hip joint, noticing your thigh bone feels like there's so much space to move there. And every time it moves, you're releasing your IT band on the outside of your leg. You're releasing your lower back, and you're massaging your organs. Twists are great for inner massages. Inhale there. And exhale. Come back to center. Bring the legs up again, 90-degree angle. Pressing through the heels. We always keep the muscles engaged when we want to cool down, to release them, because that's an active release. It makes it an active release rather than a passive stretch. And again, we are trying to pull the left thigh towards us, but we are pressing back with the right heel. And you might feel that that makes the release quite intense, but it feels nice. And if your leg might be cramping, that's not a big problem. It might be unpleasant. You can stop for a while and then get back into it. And you're releasing now your glutes, your lower back, on the right side, on the left side, your hamstrings. Inhale there, bring the palms down again, extend the left leg, and then again, nice twist towards the left. I took the left leg towards the left, you can bring it towards the center, wherever you want to twist. Remember, the whole point is bringing the right side of the lower abdomen and the middle of your belly in a twist towards the left. Breathing in your right side. Head can stay center, or you can turn your head towards the right if the knee goes towards the left. And again, a nice little shimmy in the body. Like you're internally going into those spaces and touching them really slowly, gently, in tiny pulsations. Our body understands pulsations. We can think of the heartbeat, we can think of the blinking of the eyes, the nostrils flaring sometimes. Our whole inner world works in pulsations. And we bring ourselves back to the center for the final pose. And this time we're taking the blocks or the cushions, whatever you guys have, anything works. So one cushion or one block will be right on the middle of the back, where the shoulder blades are, but it's gonna be in a long side along the spine. So in between the shoulder blades along the spine, on the middle back. And we are letting ourselves come down to the mat with that underneath our upper back. And the other block underneath the head, or the other cushion underneath the head, to give it a nice stable position. And you can adjust the two of them, and you'll notice your torso comes up and your shoulders roll down, and you're opening your heart, you're opening the chest without even trying. And that's the beauty of the supported fish. Now you still have to use your discipline and keep the heels and the feet engaged. And of course, the discipline of awareness. Bring your attention to your breath. Letting your inhale really expand the rib cage like an accordion, each of the ribs going away from the others. A bit like the petals of a flower. And we're going to take 10 breaths here. Seeing how the breath flows, its pace, its stages. Noticing how it gently touches the belly. Then it builds up momentum in the rib cage. It opens, expands the doors to our inner world, and then finishes gently in the throat and the neck. And the exhale is an inner contraction, a drawing inwards. You feel your inner body just releasing inwards, letting go. Feel the skin around your trunk release. Feel your muscles of the trunk slightly expand on the in-breath, slightly contract on the out-breath. Feel your heartbeat rippling in your breath. And feel your breath hugging your heartbeat. And you can stay here with the final relaxation, or you can take the blocks away. Let your body come down to the mat and release the hands, let the fingers curl. Release the feet, let them drop to the sides. Let the whole body just come down to the mat and become still and heavy. Two of the things our bodies know how to do unconsciously and naturally. Imagine your body releasing to the ground like it's got no bones. Just a soft mass of life force. Notice which body parts are willing to release faster than others. And how you're feeling your body. Is it cold? Is it hot? Are there any tingles, chills, any waves of heat, of energy, any ripples? Direct your inner awareness to your inner physical space and notice what's going on there. And then direct your attention to your breath. And notice how it travels freely inner space, like there is no barrier, no boundary between your breath and your body. It feels like you're breathing your whole body. You're expanding into the body and then releasing into the body. Just like you're expanding in your breath and then releasing in your breath. Release your feet, your ankles, your calves, your shins, your knees, your thighs, your hips, your pelvic floor, your lower torso, your belly, your trunk, your rib cage. Release your heart. Allow it to be soft. Release your shoulders, your arms, your hands, each of the fingers. Release your thumbs, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky finger. Release your neck, your head, your scalp on your head, your forehead, your eyes, your eyebrows, your nose, your cheeks, your lips, your tongue in the mouth, your jaw. Breathe freely in an open body. Feel your life force. Feel your inner space expanding. Feel yourself vibrating with abundant energy. Visualize a tree with its roots firmly planted, anchored into the ground, right to the heart of the earth. And its trunk is solid, and its branches are wide, and it's blooming with the most wonderful flowers you've seen. That tree is constantly growing, constantly moving, constantly expanding into space, but staying grounded. Feel that strength of the tree. Feel the power of the tree. Feel the life in the tree. Feel the growth and the space it takes. Visualize yourself as the tree. Your firm, steady roots that cannot be moved. No matter what comes, you rise and you grow and you bloom. With each breath, you grow. With each exhale, you root. Let yourself grow. Let yourself expand. Let yourself bloom. You can keep resting down, or if you want to bring yourself back, become aware of the sound of my voice, your place in your room, moving gently the fingers and the toes, bringing the hands over the eyes, opening them when you're ready, giving yourself a nice stretch. And whenever you're ready, meet me. Again, it's been a pleasure to do the class with you guys. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time for more adventures.